Good day, students. Welcome to this JSS 1 Social Studies lesson on rights and responsibilities of citizens. Citizenship is a two-way relationship between the individual and the state. The state has obligations to the citizen to protect their rights and provide services. The citizen has obligations to the state to obey laws, pay taxes, participate in the electoral process. The Nigerian Constitution, 1999, as amended, guarantees a range of fundamental human rights in Chapter 4. Understanding these rights, and the corresponding responsibilities, is essential for every Nigerian citizen. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to define citizenship and its types, describe the fundamental rights of Nigerian citizens, state the corresponding responsibilities, explain how rights can be limited, and identify ways citizens can participate in governance. Let us begin. What is citizenship? Citizenship is the legal status of a person as a recognized member of a state, entitling them to the state's protection and imposing on them obligations to the state. A citizen has both rights, entitlements guaranteed by the state, and responsibilities, duties owed to the state and fellow citizens. How is Nigerian citizenship acquired? 1. By birth. A person born in Nigeria when at least one parent is a Nigerian citizen, 1999 Constitution Section 25. Most Nigerians acquire citizenship by birth. 2. By descent. A person born outside Nigeria to a Nigerian parent, father, under the Constitution. 3. By registration. A woman who marries a Nigerian citizen may apply for citizenship by registration, Section 26. 4. By naturalization. A foreigner who has lived in Nigeria continuously for 15 years, Section 27, may apply. Requirements include good character, renouncing previous citizenship, taking an oath of allegiance, contributing to Nigerian development. Types of citizenship: full citizen, all rights, including voting, alien, foreign national in Nigeria, some rights, not all, stateless person, no citizenship of any country, rare. Fundamental Human Rights, Chapter 4, 1999 Constitution. Section 33, Right to life. No person shall be intentionally deprived of life except in execution of court judgment for a criminal offense. Section 34, Right to dignity of human person. No person shall be subjected to torture, inhuman treatment, or slavery. Section 35, Right to personal liberty. No person shall be arrested or detained unlawfully. If arrested, must be charged within 24 hours, non-capital offense, or 48 hours, capital offense, or brought before a court. Section 36, Right to fair hearing. Every person charged with a criminal offense has the right to a fair, public, and speedy trial, presumed innocent until proven guilty. Section 37, Right to private and family life. Citizens' privacy, homes, and correspondence are protected from unlawful search. Section 38, Right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. Every person is free to believe what they choose and practice any religion, Christianity, Islam, African traditional religion, or none. Section 39, Freedom of expression and the press. Every person has the right to express and disseminate information and ideas without interference, freedom of the press. Section 40, Freedom of peaceful assembly and association. Citizens may hold peaceful assemblies and form associations, including trade unions, political parties, civil society organizations. Section 41, Freedom of movement. Every citizen has the right to move freely throughout Nigeria and reside in any part. Section 42, Freedom from discrimination. No citizen shall be discriminated against on grounds of community, ethnic group, place of origin, sex, religion, or political opinion. Section 43, Right to acquire and own immovable property. Every citizen has the right to own property anywhere in Nigeria. Challenges: land tenure, family land, state government acquisitions. Section 44, Right against compulsory acquisition of property. Government cannot compulsorily acquire a citizen's property without paying prompt compensation. Responsibilities of citizens. Rights come with responsibilities. Citizenship is a two-way relationship. 1. Obey the law. Citizens must abide by the laws of Nigeria. No one may break the law simply because they disagree with it. The proper channel is to seek its change through democratic processes. 2. Pay taxes. Taxes fund government services, roads, hospitals, schools. Nigeria's tax compliance is poor, large informal economy, under 20 million registered taxpayers out of 220 million population. Paying taxes, income tax via FERS, PAYE via employers, state taxes via SERS, VAT, value-added tax, currently 7.5%, is a civic duty. 3. National service. Every Nigerian graduate must serve in the NYSC, National Youth Service Corps, for 1 year after university, a program to build national unity by posting graduates to states other than their origin. 4. Voting and electoral participation. Register to vote, collect PVC, vote at every election, report electoral fraud, contest for office if qualified. 5. Community development. Participate in community development associations, maintain public spaces, volunteer for community services. 6. Loyalty and patriotism. Place national interest above ethnic, religious, or personal interest. Respect the national anthem, written by John Ekilechukwu and others, adopted 1978, current anthem Arise O Compatriots, and flag. 7. Protect the Constitution. Report on constitutional actions, resist military coups and authoritarian subversion of democracy, hold elected officials accountable. 8. Environmental responsibility. Do not litter public spaces, avoid burning plastic waste, participate in environmental protection. Limitations on rights. Rights are not absolute, they may be limited when they conflict with national security. Freedom of assembly may be curtailed during a declared state of emergency. Public health. During an epidemic, COVID-19 lockdowns, 2020, the federal and state governments invoked emergency public health powers to restrict movement. Public order. Freedoms of assembly and movement can be restricted to prevent riots or violence. Rights of others. Your freedom of expression does not include the right to defame, slander, or incite others to violence. Morality, obscenity laws, public decency laws. Civic participation in Nigeria. Voting, most direct form, register with INEC, collect PVC, vote on election day. Activism and civil society, organizations like Enough is Enough Nigeria, Budget or Budget Transparency, Son Onigban Civil Society Work, Yoga Africa, election monitoring. #EndSARS. October 2020 mass nationwide youth protest against police brutality by SARS, Special Anti-Robbery Squad, the most significant civil society movement in recent Nigerian history. Government disbanded SARS. Petitions and legal challenge. Citizens can petition the National Assembly, challenge government actions in court, fundamental rights enforcement proceedings. Section 46 of the Constitution allows any court in Nigeria to entertain fundamental rights enforcement applications. 3 examination questions. Question 1. State the rights of a Nigerian citizen who is arrested by the police. Under Section 35 of the 1999 Constitution, right to personal liberty, a. The arrested person must be informed of the reason for arrest in a language they understand, b. They must be brought before a court within 24 hours, for a non-capital offense, or 48 hours, for a capital offense, e.g., murder, c. If not charged within the stipulated time, they must be released, unconditionally or on bail, d. They have the right to remain silent and not incriminate themselves, e. They have the right to a lawyer and to communicate with family, f. They are presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt by a court, Section 36, right to fair hearing. Question 2. State 5 responsibilities of a Nigerian citizen. A. Obeying the law, abiding by all laws of Nigeria, b. Paying taxes, income tax, PAYE, VAT, contributes to funding public services, c. National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, compulsory 1-year service for graduates to promote national unity, d. Voting, registering with INEC, collecting a PVC, and voting in elections, e. Defending the Constitution, Reporting and resisting unconstitutional actions, holding elected officials accountable. Question 3. Explain why rights are not absolute, using a Nigerian example. Rights are not absolute because the exercise of one person's rights may infringe on another's rights or on the needs of society as a whole. For example, while Section 39 of the Constitution guarantees freedom of expression, the cybercrimes, prohibition, prevention, etc. Act 2015 restricts certain online speech, hate speech, incitement, cyberbullying, because the harm to others and to social order outweighs the individual's right to speak freely. Similarly, during the COVID-19 pandemic 2020, freedom of movement, Section 41, was restricted by presidential and gubernatorial orders. The public health need to prevent mass death overrode the individual right to move freely. Rights exist in balance with social responsibilities and community welfare. 3 common mistakes. Mistake 1. Listing only rights without corresponding responsibilities. The topic is always rights and responsibilities, they come as a pair. Rights without responsibilities lead to chaos, responsibilities without rights lead to oppression. In any exam question about citizenship, always address both dimensions. Mistake 2. Saying citizenship can only be acquired by birth. The Constitution provides 4 ways to acquire Nigerian citizenship: by birth, by descent, by registration, for spouses of Nigerians, and by naturalization, for long-term residents. In an exam question on how is citizenship acquired, list all 4 methods. Mistake 3. Thinking the right to freedom of expression means you can say anything without consequences. Freedom of expression is limited by laws against defamation, civil and criminal, sedition, incitement to violence, cybercrime, and hate speech. In Nigeria, using social media to spread false information that causes public panic or to threaten public officials is a criminal offense under the Cybercrimes Act 2015. Always state that rights have legal limits. Summary. Citizenship, legal membership of a state, acquired by birth, descent, registration, or naturalization. Fundamental rights, Chapter 4, 1999 Constitution: Right to life, S.33, Dignity, S.34, Personal liberty, S.35, 2448 HRU, Fair hearing, S.36, Presumption of innocence, Privacy, S.37, Freedom of thought/religion, S.38, Expression/press, S.39, Peaceful assembly, S.40, Movement, S.41, Freedom from discrimination, S.42, Property rights, S.43-44. Responsibilities: obey the law, pay taxes, FAS, SARS, VAT, NYSC, graduates, vote, PVC plus INEC, community development, patriotism, environmental care. Rights are limited by national security, public health, COVID-19 lockdowns, public order, others' rights. Civic participation, voting, civil society, petitions, legal challenge, S.46 Fundamental rights enforcement, #NSAS protest. For homework, A. List 6 fundamental rights from Chapter 4 of the 1999 Constitution. B. State 5 responsibilities of a Nigerian citizen. C. Explain the right to personal liberty when a Nigerian is arrested. Attempt a quiz on your LMS. Know your rights and fulfill your responsibilities as a Nigerian citizen. Visit Litech Academy at academy.litech.com.ng. Until next time.